Hey, what's going on, everybody? Movie Fan here, and yeah, Friday, time for the Movie Fan's horror review. This week's double feature, we're going with Black Sheep. You know, the Chris Farley, David Spade, what? Oh, not that one? What's the... Oh, the Killer Sheep movie. There's no one over there. Anyways, we're doing Black Sheep and Village of the Damned, the original. So, yeah, let's get this thing kick-started. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Black Sheep, 2006, New Zealand, I believe. And, yes, basically, it's zombie sheep. That is the thing here. You start off with this, these two brothers, and there's a little bit of this sibling rivalry going on. Anyways, the youngest one is terrified sheep, because his brother kills his, I think it's his pet sheep or something like that. Kills it. And, not just kill, he fucking brutalizes it and then, wears it and scares him. And anyways, and it's the same day that, their dad dies. So, he has this sheep phobia. So, he pretty much left the farm. And, the brother became very successful with it, but kind of getting into, engineering sheep. Why? Because fuck you, that's why. And anyway, so he comes back home, he's going to finally sign over the papers and finally get rid of all of it. And of course, you get these two hippies that are trying to expose everything, and they eventually, they expose some kind of virus instead, or this little killer lamb, and it, infects the other sheep, and then of course you got zombie sheep. There ain't really a whole lot you can really go into detail on this, because, I mean, it's exactly what it is. It's Night of the Living Dead, but with sheep instead of, zombies. I'll be honest with you, the first time I watched this, I actually watched it when it first came out. Because I was like, how can you not want to watch this? And I don't know why. I did not care for it. I can't explain it. I don't know if maybe it caught me on a bad day or whatever the case may be. I didn't really laugh. Didn't think it was funny. Didn't think, whatever horror was in there wasn't that good. So I don't know. I literally just walked away saying, no, not feeling it. Not my movie at all. And that was it. Never seen it since. And that was 2006 when it came out. I probably watched it in 2007, but here we are, damn near a fucking decade later, and I finally watch it again. And you know what? Loved it. Loved it the second time around. It definitely, because it's New Zealand, you just want to automatically tie it with Peter Jackson's early splat-stick comedies. But it's really easy to do, because, I mean, it has all those kind of elements to it, I mean, there's good gore. And it's goofy. It's goofy funny. Yes, I mean, once again, there ain't really a whole lot you can say about it. I will say one of my favorite shots, though, is when you get the one sheep come up over the hill, they hear it and they look up. You see that one sheep come up, and this kind of looks at them, and then boom, they all cascade down. Just overall big thumbs up to this movie. Yeah, glad I watched it. Glad I got to watch it the second time around. Because I don't know what my problem was the first time around. And I haven't really changed a whole lot. 2006 Phantom is the same as 2016 Phantom. There isn't very much difference. That's around, and that was around the time I started kind of getting out of my surroundings. You gotta realize my surroundings first off. Anything subtitled or foreign, it's all Michael Bay in this area. This fucking, big budget blockbuster cyborg robots, fucking, superhero. That's the area I live in, So, as a kid, I did watch other stuff, and of course I've always, had my heart in horror, but I didn't really get into film, I guess you can say, or try to branch out into something else. So, yeah, that was when I started branching out, it was 3 years before this. I had no reason not to like this. I don't know what my deal was. I guess I was just being a shithead that night or something like that. I don't know. But either way, yeah, if you would have asked me even last week what my thoughts on Black Sheep was, I would have been like, didn't feel it. It was bad. Sorry. But watched it and yeah, loved it. Thought it was really good. If they ever, if we're kind of missing the boat here, it's 10 years later, but it's if they ever made a sequel, if they kind of leave it open for a sequel, I'd watch it. I'll be in for it. So. But yeah, so that's that right there. Not much you can really say about it. If you're into splat stick, I guess you could say, horror comedies, and if zombie sheep sound like your thing, I guess I shouldn't say zombie sheep, Because then you get everybody, like the same people who bitch about 28 Days Later not being zombies, which I totally agree with. They're not zombies, they're infected. So we'll call them infected sheep. Because these sheep aren't dead. They're infected. So there you go. And then going up next is Village of the Damned, 1960. And basically, a weird occurrence happens where everybody falls asleep in this small town. And they, when they wake up, it's several women. I don't know how many, I don't know how kids. But they all have children at the same time. And they have them pretty quickly. Like, I don't think they wait the full 9 months. I think they pop out fairly quick. Anyways, yes, but they're all, like, got the creepy look. They're all blonde and just... I'm not sure if they actually have the white hair. I know in the remake they made them white hair. I think here they're just supposed to be blonde or whatever. But they all have this, like, alien superpower to them. They can control shit. Not really control, but they can... Yeah, they can. They can make you do, whatever. They have mind control is what it is. They have the glowing eyes and shit. I've never seen this before. Know about it, knew everything about it before I went into it beforehand, but never actually seen this one. I've seen the remake. We own the remake. And I was just... the remake's okay. Even when I watched it the first time, like, I was just like, it's okay. Like, I feel like John Carpenter at this point is just phoning it in, and there's no disrespect to Carpenter himself, but there's nothing spectacular about that movie at all. And I don't know. And I kept saying, like, well, maybe it's just the fact that he was kind of confined to the remake, but I'm like, he remade Thing from Another World. And that movie's fucking awesome. The Thing is fucking brilliant. That was a remake. Why did he not do that with, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I just felt like, I don't know. But anyways, so I don't know. I didn't really know what to expect going into this one. Just because, I mean, it is classic, but I didn't want to do that whole, like, well, it's the original, so it has to be better. So I just, I said, fuck it, let me sit down and watch it. And to my surprise, damn good. Like, fucking awesome. Like, way better. Head over heels better than fucking the remake that Carpenter did, which is, it's insane to even think that, but it is. I love the setting here better. Like, it was a small town. I mean, I get it's updated, but I love the small village. Like, it just has, like, this, I don't know, they seem more helpless and more cut off. Like, even though the military's there instantly, for some reason, the fact that it is like old school, it just seemed like, it's a perfect place for, these aliens to do whatever the hell they're doing. The fact that they don't really go into too much detail about the aliens, I really like too. Like, you get to, they tell you that, this is happening in several places, and I think they only, in Russia is the only place that they actually survived. Like, they either, like, the people of the village killed the kids in their little remote areas, and there's no law, I guess, back in 1960 in these areas, so they're like, fuck it. Kid and murder child's okay, or, women and children getting slaughtered are okay. But it was because these are aliens, so it's okay. But, here in Midwich, they're allowed to grow. But instantly, you start seeing the changes and shit. And I didn't know, dude, they're frightening. They are actually, like, I never thought they were that frightening in the remake. But, once again, I don't maybe I'm going to be the same thing with Black Sheep. Maybe I need to watch the remake again. I'll be like, oh, this song is brilliant. But I just don't remember the remake being that chilling, whereas the original had more chilling moments, I thought. Anytime the kids, like, went crazy and decided to kill somebody, I almost go crazy in the sense, like, they're like, ah! It's like, you can see it in their eyes. Like, they're just like, oh, you fucked up, and now you're dead. And I just feel like, the scene where the girl, walks out in the road and the car, almost hits her. And then it does hit her. Like, she fucking, like this. And the guy jumps out and is like, oh my God, you okay? And you're just like, oh buddy, you fucked up. Like, you should have kept going. And sure enough, dude, they get back in the car and he just drives headfirst into a wall. And that dude's brother trying to get some revenge. And of course, the town folks talk him out of it. They're like, dude, you can't just shoot children. And he even thinks, like, you know what, fuck it, you're right. And he leaves. But they catch him. They catch him in their gaze. And guess what? And this is probably the best scene for me in the movie. Fucking turns the gun on himself. Fucking awesome. Loved it. And once again, it was scary because I'm just like, holy, because I agree with him. I was, even though, like, I guess we're the audience, we know they're evil fucking kids, but, like, even from an outside standpoint, like, if you're in a small town, which are, the old saying, no, small towns hold no secrets, that there's something up with these kids. The fact that these kids, like, walk around like teenagers, and they've only been around for, like, 10 years, or whatever, however long they've been there, it's already creepy enough. Like, you already know there's something off about them. And there's already gossip and everything. At this point, I think everybody probably knew they were, aliens or whatever. I'm like, yeah, you waste those motherfuckers, but he doesn't. Didn't get a chance to, in fact, himself. Love the finale. I thought the finale was really good, which I can't quite remember the finale on the remake, but I think Christopher Reeve survives. Whereas in this one, the main character, I forget the dude's name, but he sacrifices himself. I think it's a much better ending. Which I do love you see the ending because the whole time they can read your mind, but he keeps focusing on this brick wall. He's building a wall around his mind, and I love that visual metaphor of like you see him and you see the wall laid over, and you just see the wall being chipped away because they're trying to break through that wall to see what the fuck's on his mind. I love it. I think that was just fucking awesome. I tell you another scene, and this is a scene that you can see coming a mile away, but I was still kind of like, I remember when it happens, I'm like, holy shit, was in the very beginning, everybody's asleep, you cross a certain line into the town, you fucking pass out. And I just remember seeing an airplane go by, I'm like, oh shit, don't go over. But they're like, no, they're telling me, hey, go kind of low, but if you start feeling weird, pull up. And you're like, are you fucking for real? Like, you really, but sure enough, and he goes down, and then he right there. Awesome scene. So I highly recommend Village of the Damned. If you haven't seen, and here's another thing. I mean, even if you're not a big black and white, movie fan, I highly recommend it anyways. I really think people would like this movie if you give it a chance. Once again, I think it's just a hell of a good story. It's a familiar story, you know it. Like I said, I've never seen it before. Even before I watched the remake, I already knew the whole, story or whatnot. I've seen enough references and other shows and parodies and whatnot. And not just that, but, I always, I got a lot of, horror literature, like the history of horror and shit. So, I knew enough of it to be like, I know how it ends and all that other shit. But, no, still a good watch. Like, it really is. So, I'll highly recommend that, and I definitely recommend Black Sheep as well. So, alright, guys, that's it. That's all I got for this week. Both movies get a thumb up. I give the higher thumb up to Village of the Damned, but definitely check out Black Sheep. And, guys, I hope you enjoy your weekend, and, catch you guys Monday.